good, I feel so numb.
And now, from the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, welcome to the Rain Man Show.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I didn't know if I was on or not. I sound weird.
You sound quiet. I think everybody sounds a little quiet.
I don't know what's going on over here.
See what happens when things go off the rails?
I don't
Everything
know.
else follows.
Does that, oh, that's better. That sounds a little better, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. That's weird. My mic's all fucked up. Oh!
For those of you listening at home, you can tell that there's an issue in studio, and I blame Tony for that because he had to cancel on us.
Do you mean there's an issue for the show? God forbid.
No, I know, but I like to place blame on people for things, so I'm blaming Tony on this one.
Check. Oh, there we go.
That's better. I still can barely hear myself. I don't know about you guys.
Because I had the music blaring. I found in year one of radio, I learned that when all else fails, play cool music. And that's why
that's your lesson?
That's why I have a rock star start to the show. I mean, Rob Zombie, AC/DC, what's the other guy that we just played? Dan Zig. And then, hello everybody, welcome to the Rain Man Show. We're having tech issues tonight.
It's a good setup, right? It puts them in a better mood so that they can expect, okay, now there'll be 5 minutes of them fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not fair to them. It's almost like, let's just start the show immediately with terrible, sick analogies. It's no different than no, not sick analogies. Lewd. That's the yeah. We're gonna use that word today.
Ooh.
Lewd analogies. Hey, it's like telling someone, hey, I got a big penis, and then you don't. Yeah. It's like you're setting them up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure. Have all this great music. They think it's like a awesome show.
This show's gonna be great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's like Miley Cyrus's shows. Not Miley Cyrus. Who does good shows? Katy Perry. Katy Perry puts on terrific shows. Like, I mean, talking fantastic light shows. You got stunt people flying from the ceilings, and then she starts singing about balloons that float in the wind.
And whipped cream nipple.
12-year-old wrote her songs. But she has a fantastic show.
Right.
That's kind of what this is.
It's showmanship.
That's
basically, it's a very long-winded explanation of how we do this show. Go ahead, Andrew, since you are so apt on interrupting.
I shut it and I let
No,
you
go
finish.
Ahead, because you did.
Yep.
I'd rather you just talk.
No, I feel the same way with Kanye West. Like, I hate his music. He's an autistic tard, but his shows are amazing.
That's like what's it called? The pot.
Pot calling the kettle black.
There you go. Yeah, like that.
For him to call someone autistic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's what you interrupted for. Jesus.
I hate Kanye West.
That's why I didn't continue that
I'd rather
statement.
you just interrupt saying, yeah, Kanye West is the same for me.
Yeah. That's all I needed.
That's all you have to do. Say it. Have the balls to say it.
Because otherwise he's going to go back and listen, and it's going to sound like he's got sound tech issues coming from your mic.
Yeah.
Because it's every 2 seconds.
Either that or he's sucking a penis.
Yep.
One of the two. I mean, it is National Coming Out Day today.
Yes, it is.
And it's no coincidence that Andrew's doing the show tonight on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. Even though we do it every week. No coincidence.
It is.
Give us something gossip worthy, Andrew. Will you be coming out tonight on the radio officially? Because we already know that you're in a 70-80. Wait, no, 70. What's
70-80? What fucking math is that?
I know we're like a 70-30 area with you, like 70% gay and 30% straight. Do you want to just say you're 99% gay tonight? Well, National Coming Out Day. Let's just make it official.
You want a scandal? I'll say I'm 99% something, but I won't specify, and I'll leave it up to the audience.
He wants to fight against.
Tease.
Oh, Jesus, that was disturbing.
That was a little disturbing because he giggled with it too.
He did, exactly.
It's all because I'm a tease.
No one's chasing you through a garden, okay?
No, but if they want.
Oh, my Lord. So you're not going to give me anything worthy?
I'm not giving you nothing.
See, the reason why I didn't cancel the show today, because I had too much work to do with our websites falling apart on us.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Today's National Coming Out Day.
If you miss the opportunity, you never forgive yourself.
Yeah. Plus, like as I said before, we have a very high percentage of a gay audience. We need to celebrate the day. And I thought best way to celebrate the day is by having Andrew join the ranks officially.
Yeah.
No more Jodie Fostering, okay? Just come out with it. Quit playing coy with us. I want you to suck Thomas's penis right now in the air.
Nope.
We Howard Stern now, bitches.
Just do it. Speaking of sucking penis, I ate a really big burrito right before the show tonight.
What kind of fucking segue is that?
That's a great segue. A+.
Was it a black bean burrito?
I ate a big old burrito before the show.
Uh-huh.
And I got to say, this is the first show in a lot of months where I actually feel good. Have you realized?
You ate food
I ate
before?
food. Normally, I don't eat. I
You
usually
just drink.
and usually it's wine.
That explains a
but
lot.
I listened to the last 3 shows we've done. Well, I've drank a lot of wine. I'm like, wow, I'm a slurring motherfucker again.
So you're like, let's eat. Let's
and you
get the
fucking
brain
yell
power
at me
going.
for having a stroke in the news.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
You're sober.
There's a reason why I have a slur. It's because I'm drunk.
The sober guy should not be fucking up that much.
Yes.
Andrew.
So I decided, let's try something different.
Calories.
Let's try something different. Let's eat some food
Okay.
before the alcohol. I mean,
And you
I
like how you
should have
feel?
learned this in the club days because I used to not eat before that. I mean, I was a cheap date. When I used to go out to the clubs, I would not eat because first off, when you go to the clubs, you never want to be in a full stomach anyways.
Right.
Because you have the whole night ahead of you.
Right.
So I trained myself not to eat after 7 p.m. And not because I'm trying to be healthy, like, oh, you're not supposed to eat before 7 or after 7 because, you don't want all those calories to go right to the hips when you fall asleep at 9. That's not the case. With me, what I learned was you don't want to have to use the restroom while you're trying to pick up chicks at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Plus, you feel uncomfortable, like you're wearing your nice, and unfortunately, in this day and age, this isn't the baggy era. Even 8 years ago in my club days, it was the tight clothing era.
Right.
And you're wearing clothes that cling to every part of your body. So you want to be fit. You want to feel good. You don't want to feel like your belly's lapping over your belt,
Right.
or peeping out of your open douchey shirt that I wear that night.
Right. And God forbid you have to go to the bathroom because you ate too much food and
Right.
you're drunk now. You're never getting all that back together in one semblance.
Exactly. So I used to never eat.
So you were a 2-drink.
Oh
minimum.
man, well no. See, that's the thing. I used to be an idiot. I used to drink so much, but I got done quick though. At least more than 2 drinks.
Right.
More than 2 drinks. Usually a bottle of champagne, a tab of Percocet, and I was done. I was.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all it
that's
takes.
all I had.
That's all.
And I ate nothing.
Right.
So, but obviously I haven't done that in years, almost a decade. So now, I
tried food again.
I need to start making myself eat before a show because, as you know, I feel like a slurring bitch, and I have zero energy. So I figured, hey, let's eat a big old
Be
Chipotle
professional.
burrito on National Coming Out Day. In fact, speaking of that, I wish I recorded the phone call because it was way better than I thought it was going to be. I called Chipotle because they've been messing up lately with the guacamole.
The one right by you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that screwed me the other night because I was picking it up for me and Randy before before they close at 10.
Right.
I get to first there's 15 people ahead of us. 2 people working, chit-chatting.
Oh, I hate
no
that.
rush in the day.
Just do your job.
Exactly. I finally get to the front. And
I think all employees should wear muzzles. And no, I'm serious. Like, I don't need them to talk to me.
Yeah.
If you're working at Chipotle, it's a smile.
Just
and
point.
It's not a talking business. It's a service business. Service with a smile, wear a muzzle, and just nod.
Just have like
Just
that
shake.
freak show mask where it's a carved on
No,
smile.
you know what's even better? Hannibal
There you
Lecter, like mask. Just wear that at Chipotle.
Yeah, but they were out of guac, so I had to run to another one with like 5 minutes to spare.
Oh, so I'm not the only loser?
No, you're not the only loser.
Because I do that too.
I did that.
I walk out I'm like, fuck this. I
I
need
got to the
guacamole.
front and I had waited for like 20 minutes at that point. So I got the food there and got guacamole at another one because I'm that kind of, privileged white man.
I need guacamole as well.
Right.
And
so, okay, so what happened? So you
they
called them.
didn't even tell. Well, first I went on last week, probably the same day you went.
Probably.
And they were out and it said it on the sign. And I looked at Maggie. I'm like, you know what? I need this burrito. I need it in my mouth right now. So we're going to eat here. And she looked at me. She's like, all right. So, but then we got into the car. Instead of going home, we went to the grocery store and bought some of that trashy, they call it homemade, in a little box at the grocery store guacamole because we were desperate. We needed it. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So then the next day, I'm like, well, I want Chipotle again. but I don't want to have this whole guacamole fiasco. So I called them. Oh, I felt like such a douche. And I couldn't be just a regular douche and be like, hey, just call to see if you have any guacamole. Because to me, that feels like you need to add some oomph to it. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
Okay.
So I called them and I did my super black voice.
Oh, Jesus.
I say, well, hello?
You didn't.
And they're like, yeah, I did. Maggie was dying. Maggie, that's why I wish I recorded it. Because in the middle of me talking to this woman, Maggie is like laughing her ass off, and in the middle of the conversation, I'm like, man, I wish I recorded this.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
God damn it.
So I'm like, hello there. And she's like, yes. Hey, I was wondering because yesterday I went in and you guys were at guacamole. Do you have some guacamole? She's like laughing. And she's not sure if she should laugh.
Right.
So she's like, yes, sir, we have guacamole. You're like, okay, that's much better. I will be there shortly. So I went in there because I was happy, and I was going to talk to that same woman who answered the phone in the voice, but I was like, yeah.
No, you're just going to get in trouble.
Yeah, that's drawing too much attention as well. So, but I did call ahead for guacamole.
Yeah.
And then today, of course, they didn't have guacamole again.
Did you call ahead today?
No, I wasn't thinking about it. I was trying to get ready for the show and, in a hurry. How do you run? This is one of my classic entitled bitches, okay? I know this. This is a very entitled argument here. But how is it when you run a business? Chipotle has countless stores. They run their business Monday through Sunday, 12-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
They've been at this location now for about 4 years. They pretty much know their demo and how much traffic goes through the door on a day in and day out basis. They can pretty much at this point figure out how much food they're going to need. However, you have a store running out of one of their highest selling products, guacamole. How do you manage to run out of guacamole?
Why do you say it like
because how do you want me to say it? Quackamole?
Guacamole.
It's not guac.
It's absolutely guac.
Oh my!
It's absolutely.
I don't know. I mean,
guac.
He is the Mexican.
You guys are so white. It's not.
That doesn't give him license to mispronounce words.
It does. It's not.
It's his show. That's what
not guacamole. Andrew, say it again.
Guacamole.
Okay, that's a little bit closer.
That's how you fucking say it.
It's guacamole.
No,
listen, there's a lot of things that I mispronounce on the radio because I'm talking. But when I have to stop and think about it, that's not. Are we really arguing over how to pronounce a word?
See, I brought this up, and I backed the hell out. He took it.
What's that?
I threw this up. I was like, really? That's how you say it? And then he ran with it. And I'm just backing up to the couch here.
Correct me on it. Pronounce it one more time for me, Andrew.
Guacamole.
You're saying it wrong again. It's not guac. It's not guac. You're not guacking, okay? Terrible.
Well,
you're not going to win this one, okay? I grew up. It was in my bottle. I'm Mexican. We didn't have milk growing up. We had bean juice. I'm not joking. Pinto bean juice is what you eat for the protein when you're pouring a bottle.
Okay.
That was me. And I had a side of guacamole. Guac.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so
National Coming Out Day, and this is what he gives me.
I know, right?
A debate on guacamole. Anyways, where was I at with this burrito
Your
story?
business. Why does this business suck?
Why do you run a business that way? I would think that first off, it's one of the top sellers at Chipotle.
Right.
Okay. That thing is $4.50, I believe, a container, maybe $3.50. Do you want to correct me, Andrew?
I do not.
Okay. Do I hear $3.50, Thomas?
How much is a side?
I think it's like $3.50 for the additional.
I think it's like $2.50 or something.
No, it went up.
Did it?
Just don't look. You won't order it anymore. It went up. It went up like $1.25 like 7 months ago.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I think it's $3.50. Regardless, multiply that amount by the amount of people who come in an hour. Okay? That's a lot of money. Now multiply that by how many hours they're open in the day. Now multiply that by 7 days a week. That's a lot of money they're missing. That's mismanagement. All because they couldn't somehow figure out they may have an extra 35 people come in today and they're out of one of their top sellers. That's silly.
Well, not just that. I mean, there's other restaurants within 4 miles. Couldn't you have a runner go pick some up?
A runner? It's like a drug deal?
Yeah. Well,
Running
it's
numbers.
like crack. People want it as bad.
You know what?
So come on.
Fair point.
Send a runner. He'll pick some up. Like, why not do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. Speaking of drugs and crack, Carrie Fisher weighed in, of all people. She decided to jump to the ring, to the political arena here, and she actually said that Donald Trump's sniffles are absolutely a cocaine thing.
They're going to say anything.
But she would know, though. I mean, she definitely partied it up for the last, three and a half decades in Hollywood. She's a known party girl. That's what she did. I mean, I think she cleaned her act up maybe 10 years ago, but that's what she's known for.
Yeah.
So I guess people are going to say...
just taking that at face value when they say that, though, because not like I care, really.
No, I do.
Everybody is against him in Hollywood in general. So somebody else saying, "Oh, it's totally him doing coke," I'm like, you guys don't like him anyway. I don't think many people think
Hollywood isn't as against him as people like to lead on. In fact, I've noticed a trend here. There's a lot of people who are afraid to say they support Trump, but that's who they're going to vote for. That's who they support. But they know that posting it on Facebook and Twitter is a nightmare for their personal life, their business life, and everything else, because there's a larger, the anti-Trump people are much louder in terms of you shouldn't vote. Not to say if you go to a rally, I think they're equally barbaric. Okay, if you go to their rallies, they're equally crazy. But I think in terms of publicly on social media, it seems like the anti-Trump people are far louder than the pro-Trump individuals, at least on my social media feeds. Have you not noticed that?
No, absolutely, I've noticed that.
The election just needs to stop. I find myself physically drained. And I think
sick.
First off, this is just, it's sad that social media can have that something fake. Social media is fake. You know, it doesn't exist. It's not the representation of it really isn't.
It's a microcosm of a few individuals who have more time on their hands than anybody else.
Yeah. And the fact that it affects me shows that I need to turn it off. And I've been trying to turn it off lately. It physically drains me. And I'm not talking about the anti-Trump or the anti-Hillary people, just in general.
Just all of it.
The election, like no other election before in history, and I've definitely bitched about this. I think I'm in with no lies during the Obama running for a second term.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the 2 years of them running, I am so physically burnt out on the smear campaigns and the general toxicness of every conversation that finds its way back into some type of political discussion. Yeah. And it's worse this year than it's ever been.
Oh, it's cancerous, dude.
And that's probably the biggest reason, more so than anything. And I didn't really want to get into Trump this early into the show, but this is more so, Thomas. I find myself not wanting Trump as a president, more for the fact it's more about saving my own mental well-being and dealing with people bitching about it for 4 years.
Yeah.
More than his policies. Because I can deal with some of his policies. His immigration thing isn't going to go nowhere. He's not going to build a wall. Happen. It's him talking.
Yeah.
He's not going to do all these Hitler-esque things that people call it.
He doesn't have the power to. Congress does. And nobody realizes that.
He doesn't have the power to do 90% of what he says he's going to do. So in the grand scheme of things, him being president, I don't give a shit. Same thing with Hillary. I don't care if she's president, because in the grand scope of things, you're going to have another head in there doing the exact same thing that this group of individuals and the corporations that run the White House is going to tell you to do. Yeah. So I'm more concerned about Trump being in office because I don't want to deal with 4 years of nonsense.
Just a bitch fest.
It's going to be bad. Yeah. And I think we need to go the other direction in terms of with Obama. Obama was great for the first 4 years, but the first 3 years, and the last 5 years of his election, it's turned into this. He has split this country apart, in my opinion, and not because of anything he necessarily did. Again, there's some conspiracy theories out there saying that he's responsible and whatnot, and he might be with some of his decisions and his very, I want to say his unapologetic bias.
Yeah.
In terms of certain things, I think has split this country apart. And I think in the last 4 or 5 years, we've become so divided, more so than we ever have been, I would say, in the last 40 years. And I think putting Trump in that chair, in that room, isn't going to change anything. It's going to make it worse. By putting a man like Trump in office, he's going to do more harm in terms of socially,
by his presence.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's going to create one giant distraction.
My biggest concern is if he does get elected, what he's going to do to international relations.
Same thing all of them do. jack all or fuck it
he's
up.
going to realize that we are so innervated as governments. We rely on each other.
Yeah.
Unless you're North Korea and Russia, you really, all other countries, even China, China owns 90% of our film business now is owned by China, the U.S. So even
China makes too much money off of us.
Right. They rely on our economy.
Yeah. To boost their own.
Right.
They're not going to do anything dumb, and vice versa. We're not going to do something to them.
Yeah. Russia and North Korea, they're one of the too few countries
enough
that are independent and don't really need anybody.
Yeah.
And the rest of us, we're always going to rely on each other unless something drastic changes. And Trump doesn't have the power or the time in office. He has 4 years to change the way the United States government does business. That's a dynasty type fix.
Yeah.
We would have to do away with the 4-year, 8-year max terms and put a king in there to really make I'm talking someone who actually knew politics and was going to make the change. That's a lifelong goal. That's something that somebody would be put in power and they would need 15, 20 years to actually change things.
Yeah.
However, because we have this term system, everyone gets in office, and right when they're about to make something change,
yeah, time's up.
And now the next person's in office, and they're going to change these little things that you started doing.
Do you not subscribe to the theory that a president's actions in office don't see fruition?
I don't think we need a president. I think we need to get rid of presidents. We need to just have a Congress
that can actually do something,
or a conglomerate of individuals working together. And they all make decisions as a group, and that group has a 3 to 4 year max. Yeah. Meaning you have to, every year, you bring in new blood, old blood comes out. New blood goes in, old blood comes out. And that's how our countries ran. And I'm not talking about the Congress we have in place with their deliberations and their bureaucracy where they waste time
with the devil so that they never.
I'm not talking about that. We need to get a group of individuals, maybe 12, maybe a dozen, maybe a baker's dozen. Okay, maybe a baker's dozen of individuals in there that make decisions as a team.
Do you feel as if we should move more toward a parliamentary system?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, why not? I'm more for, just putting a king in there again. Have a guy in there like, what's that one guy, King Henry, who beheaded all his wives?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a man.
Just systematic murder of people who don't like.
Can we have more of him, please?
Yeah,
I mean, he had hot wives. Hey, it's Donald Trump then, I guess, right?
So it's coming full circle. And then he'll turn himself into a king.
No, we don't need Donald Trump as a king. You know what? Sadly, though, I could totally see Donald Trump being the king.
I could see him wearing a crown.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is what I do now. I wear crowns.
Like, that's what if he becomes like the president, that'll be the first thing he changes.
First thing he'd do.
Hey, from now on, you will address me as king. And only for 4 years. I'm still going to abide by the Constitution.
Nothing else will change.
But I'm going to sit on a throne.
Yeah.
Forget about the Oval Office. In fact, you know what? We'll keep the Oval Office, and we're going to put a throne in the center.
I want it to look like the Game of Thrones.
Yes. And we'll have the King's Court where Melania and Ivanka will look hot and just sit around, and we'll bring other hot chicks there, and I'll grab their pussies randomly because that's what I do. I mean, that's what I do. I'm going to have... Okay, think about it.
That's why I'm wearing the
Think
crown.
about it back in the old days, Thomas, when I was just working on... when I was doing that bullshit show for NBC, The Apprentice.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a celebrity, and women just let me grab them because I'm awesome. Now, imagine me as the most powerful man in the world on a throne and a cool hat.
Not a crown, it's a cool hat.
It's a hat with gems. Think rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to switch it up a bit. And then I'm just going to randomly grab chicks. They'll love it. And they'll need it.
And that's our foreign policy.
I'm King Trump. That is my foreign policy. I don't know. We're going to get into that video since I already kind of delved into it a bit. We're going to get into that audio because I want to talk about the Trump audio. I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
I want to pace myself because I'm Trumped out. And yet I find myself talking about it because it's the highlight.
There's nothing else in the news that gets
it's
talked
comical.
About. Yeah.
It is. I mean, come on. His audio is comical.
Yeah, it is.
He's such a douche. In a
horrible way.
He is the ultra douche.
Yeah.
He is a douche bag. When I listened to his audio, I was like, it's not so bad. Whatever. What are people talking about? And I still think that. I don't think it's a big deal. But the guy's a douche. And I could see where people are coming in saying, I'm not about the hypocrite saying, oh my God, that's not locker room talk. We don't talk like this. We don't, I swear. Honey, I swear we don't talk like that. And then the women, that's disgusting. Meanwhile, 50 Shades of Grey is the top seller, and their movie's number one. Hey, this is lewd conversation. We can't have none of this.
It's that quote: "Give a man a mask, and he'll show you their true face."
Yes,
that goes for men and women. I'm not saying every man is a douche or every woman's a secret whore, but there's a lot of us on both ends.
It's hypocritical how people are reacting to it, but I do see that. This isn't the man we should have in office as president. We need someone, and again, this kind of goes back to, this ongoing conversation we've had about in like 20, 30 years. This is an article that I was reading, like 20, 30 years, nobody will be electable as president. Because of Instagram and Facebook, we've all posted pictures. The chicks have all posted pictures of their boobs.
Everything
guys
that you
have
would
all
nail
done those douche poses in the bathroom with their shirt off. Everyone's gonna have something that's like
a skeleton,
kind of, right? And I think Trump is that. There is no. I'm sure there's plenty of secrets, but a lot of his douchiness he's never bothered to hide because he's a rich. Successful douchebag. And now that he's running for president, all these things are coming out, and I can see how people say the guy isn't presidential. And there is a big difference between, again, I'm not a fan of Obama, but Obama has swagger, and the guy's presidential as hell. He is.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, there's other people who in the past who weren't presidential who, Kennedy was banging Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, but no. I'm talking about presidential in terms of demeanor and public face.
You're saying public.
John F. Kennedy was the hiding that guy has
secrets.
Swagger as hell too. No, not the secret. I'm talking about presidential. Like he walks
the way they look.
He walks into a room, and you're like, oh, that guy's the president of the United States.
Probably
like
Nixon
he has
was the
an air to him. He has a sense of power and ability to run our country. He has a look to him. Donald Trump doesn't have that look, and the more you hear him speak, he doesn't have that. I'm not saying you have to be presidential to run a country, but I'm saying that he doesn't have that. So I get where people are saying, oh my God, the president of the United States is talking about groping pussy. I understand people's shock. I do.
Yeah.
I get it. But also let's take a step back here. Let's go back in the Wayback Time machine. Let's Dr. Sam Beckett this. Okay. And Bill Clinton was getting blowjobs in the White House, guys. So are we really shocked about Donald Trump when we have Donald Trump versus the wife of the man who was getting blowjobs in the Oval Office?
And he didn't get caught with the first one.
She wasn't Mrs. Innocent either.
No.
Like Hillary Clinton knew what was going on. And of course, I'm okay with those type of relationships. It's a political relationship. They're more common than people would like to think.
Right.
She didn't care. She had to pretend she cared when it came out publicly. She was probably more mad at Bill
for getting caught. Yeah, God damn it, man. We had a deal.
So that's why I'm kind of baffled by the people who are kind of up in arms about this lewd speak. I'm like, you guys have forgotten what Bill Clinton was doing?
Because everyone loves him now.
And I'm one of those. I'm very superficial in that regard.
I never thought it was that bad a thing that he did in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, is it really?
No.
Exactly.
Morally, who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Forget the moral side of things.
I think everyone needs to realize that we are, the fact that they're politicians means we are choosing to elect the most putrid individuals that our society has to offer because they chose to spend their time doing this with their life. You're never going to win that.
Yeah, me and Trump, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was, one thing that people don't know, I lost my Trump voice,
like,
my Bill Clinton voice. Hold on. Yeah, so me and Trump, I lost my voice, forget it.
You lost it. It's just this creepy dude in the background talking about pussy.
It's more like, it's the Pope. Oh.
Jesus.
The Pope is groping pussy as well.
Don't go nowhere. The Rain Man Show will be right back.
Have you ever wanted something so bad that you do just about anything for it? Well, that's exactly how we feel about you. That's right. AdamandEve.com wants you so bad. We're giving you 10 free gifts with your first order. You heard me right. That's 10 free gifts to spice up your love life. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, an adventurous toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. That's 10 free gifts for you shy types who've never tried Adam and Eve before. Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code DEAL30 at checkout and you'll get all 10 free gifts, including free shipping. That's offer code DEAL30. That's DEAL30 at adamandeve.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Rain Man Show on Rain Man Digital with your host, Michael Flores.
Guacamole. All right. Hello, everybody. We're back. It's funny. When we went to break, all of us were like typing gurus to try to find out how to pronounce guacamole.
We're idiots.
And Andrew, go ahead.
Guacamole.
Who was right?
I was.
Who was right?
I was.
What a dick. During break, what did he say, Thomas?
That he's white and that's how he says it.
You're not going to fix it either now? Come on. He admitted that he said it wrong.
If you pronounce it in the Spanish way of saying it, it is guacamole.
So if you pronounce it the right way...
Jesus Christ.
Say it.
I'm the whitest man in the room.
Oh my God, I hate you. Why are you even in here?
You know, normally I'd argue that, but after the games we've been playing where I actually can translate rap,
yeah,
I'm not going to argue that one anymore. He's whiter.
You a thug, bro.
No, you are just halfway
That just
smarts.
made you whiter right there, saying that.
Right.
God damn it.
All right, so where were we at before we went to break? Do you know where we were at in the show notes here, or is it a fiasco this week?
Fiasco. Dustin's bit you mentioned it before.
I forgot what it was.
All right, then.
I don't even have it queued up. Whoa! Here, you guys talk for a second. Let me see what we have.
You really think that's like you put it as the white way to say it, though?
Oh, absolutely. There's a white dialect to a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but you know that's still like...
What,
nobody says
racism?
carne acida. They say carne asada.
Carne acida.
Like nobody says it like that. Just 'cause you can read it
in this room can be wrong. Like nobody. Like, he's using carne acida to.
Well, like nobody says it like that, even if you are white.
Carne acida.
I know that there are examples, but it just it's one of those moments where you just
sounds like an ingredient to make a dirty bomb.
You need boric acid and carne acida.
Oh my God!
Place the charge and run.
They stole a vial of carne acida. Run!
Well, I mean, if you have it at certain hours of the night and you're drunk, you know, it could be like a bomb a couple hours later.
Like dehydraulic mono. What's the technical term for water? Never mind.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jesus. You know what? You remember like when Andrew first came to the show, we would all just stop talking and we'd listen to how you talk himself in circles. Mm-hmm. I think we should go back to doing that because he just digs himself deeper into the stupid hole.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Dihydrogen?
Dihydrogen.
Oh,
monoxide.
Andrew, never, ever open your mouth again when I say a wrong word. Because when I have to look and read and think about it, I always nail the word. I'm not an idiot, but live on the air, I lose all my brain cells.
Right.
Because my brain can only focus on one thing at a time, and it's not on how you say things.
Now I'm confused as to what I said. Because I thought
let's just
gibberish. Now move on.
Gibberish.
Grab my hand, Mike. You're getting too far into this vortex. Grab my hand.
I can't. All right, so Shep Smith on Hurricane Matthew, evacuation, stay, and you and everyone you know are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, now this guy is...
Who is this guy?
He's actually one of the very few anchors on Fox that I actually like. He's there. I don't want to say he's liberal, but he's okay. Let's just say it like this. He's a gay individual. He's a gay man. Which is an oddity when you're on Fox. That's a very rare thing. And he's very openly gay.
Okay.
And a lot of times he hates Trump, like a lot of people, and he tends to be more liberal in some views. However, he just didn't give an F today when he was doing the news.
Really?
I don't want to say today, but the day that he did it.
Yeah.
Here, I got the audio.
I was going to say, what happened exactly?
I think he just is burnt out on Fox News. He probably wants to be fired, but he can't be fired because he's gay. Because they can't fire gay individuals.
Oh, you're right.
So he's probably like having sex with the CEO's wife, even though he's gay. He's probably trying everything he can to get fired, and this was his last
ditch effort.
Yeah, his last ditch effort. I mean, he just didn't give a shit.
The U.S. Navy reported yesterday at least 200 American troops were on the way to Haiti, along with 9 helicopters. U.S. officials also tell Fox News that American warships are standing by, ready to help the people of Haiti to work with rescue and recovery if needed. Want to see what this hurricane can do? We just got some brand new video in from the Bahamas. It's slow to get in, because communications are bad, but watch this. This is a house.
No, really?
Mm-hmm.
First off, I just want to say that this room is so silent. He needs like a sound effects. All you hear is his voice and the hum of the computer.
Yeah.
Like this is
maybe he's made it so miserable there that nobody but the cameraman wants to work with him on set. So everyone else is just at lunch or something.
And this room is big. If you ever sat and watched his show, it's a giant news studio. And it's complete dead air. There's no music, nothing. And you can tell
no ambience.
You need something to boost the downtime, like especially on TV. Radio, you're all right. But on TV,
you need some ambience
you
or
need
something.
Something to give your show life when you're walking over to the monitor because you're in a room the size of a football field.
Right. Otherwise, it's just awkward.
See that? We can't play the audio because there's a wordy dirt in there. Somebody said a dirty word when the house just got this man's sister out of there. She survived, barely. She decided not to evacuate. So that was a good idea.
He was obviously being a that was a snide comment. Dude.
That was good.
Yeah, but it's like, people are dying, and for a news anchor like this to say something like that, well, she decided not to evacuate. That wasn't a good idea. He paused and looked. He wanted it to marinate with the audience. Complete silence except for that odd computer that's humming in the back of their studio.
That was good, though.
It can be bad, here's the track over here. It may just skirt, it may just skirt Daytona. It may just skirt Jacksonville. It may just skirt Charleston and Folly Beach and all the rest. It may just skirt it. That may be all that happens.
Is that even a way of saying it?
I don't think so.
It may skirt it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
This windstorm here may skirt past the coast.
You can say it like that. Yeah, I just don't know if that's like the official weatherman term.
It sounds off. Does it sound right to you?
That is correct grammar.
Sounds fine.
Doesn't sound right to me. But then again, I say guacamole.
Be very bad. Should news break out, we'll break in because breaking news changes everything on Fox News Channel. We have round-the-clock Team Fox smotherage for the rest of your life.
Smotherage for the rest of your life?
See how he sounds?
Dude, he's just like,
he sounds
I hate this 24-hour news cycle bullshit. We just are sitting here talking off, reading off Twitter.
He literally sounds like he does not want to be here. Now, this is the nail in the coffin.
Should news break out, we'll break in because breaking news changes everything on Fox News Channel. We have round-the-clock Team Fox smotherage for the rest of your life on this thing. We'll be live all night long tonight. I won't be because I'm going to a family wedding. So if you're supposed to get out, go ahead and get out. Because if too many of you perish, they'll send me down there. And I need to go to this wedding. Okay?
Jesus Christ.
I would say what he's doing here is genius because
I love this guy. I love him more.
I'd watch this now because it's like, okay, he's real.
He's the only one that I like on Fox News.
Jesus
I
Christ.
like him. He's very dry. He delivers things in a very he's not trying to be comical, I don't think. I honestly think he hates his job. He used to be a much better anchor, and he used to be okay to watch. Now I like watching him because he acts like this. He just doesn't give a shit.
Well, I think he's it'd be as if we became
He's
anchors.
the gay Bob Costas. So stupid.
It'd be like if we were anchors on Fox News or something and reading these horseshit stories and read the Twitter because that's where the experts are from. And we'd be sitting there like, are you fucking serious? You want us to what do you think? Backdoor number 9.
Well,
his
whole news show is social media. Meaning I want to say 3 years ago, they switched him to a social media format, meaning he reads everything from the feeds and the hashtags. That's where he gets a lot of the news as it comes in, which I think is kind of silly.
Because it's not
Obviously,
news.
They have actual news as well, but that's kind of how they marketed this a couple years ago when he took this new format.
Yeah, I think he's just miserable.
Probably. Probably. I'm sure he
I
didn't
need to go to a wedding. So if any of you fuck that up for me, I'm going to be real pissed.
Yeah, he didn't go to acting school to talk about skirting clouds.
He sounds like he could be on like Family Guy's news.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone need to put this guy in a movie ASAP.
Oh, my God.
That's what Florida's Governor Rick Scott said this morning. You live in this great state. You love being here. It's paradise. Now you got to go. Got to go. Got to evacuate from these areas. We've told you these are the areas where you must evacuate. If you live in that area, you must evacuate. It's a rule. But not everybody's listening. Because freedom and stuff. Freedom. Tell that to the cop who has to come dig you out. What about that cop's freedom? You love law enforcement until all of a sudden you put them in jeopardy. Think about it. Come on now.
Jesus Christ.
He became Southern all of a sudden. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I think I'm going to start watching his show.
Yeah,
so his attitude towards this is just throughout all of his program, not just the Hurricane.
He's like this all the time.
Okay.
During it went viral during Hurricane Matthew only because people were upset. They were so nonchalant about the news when people were dying.
See, okay, I'm actually kind of glad that
people died.
That he approached Hurricane Matthew in this sort of a way, not knowing that his entire repertoire is basically that, because he put it bluntly, it is a dangerous thing. You need to get out. That's it. And what happens when Florida is people who move fresh to the state and they haven't experienced a hurricane before
are dumb.
They're dumb and they're just like, oh, it's fine. I live in Florida. This house can take it.
We live next to the water. I ain't afraid of water.
Right.
And even if it is in the air, flying around and shit.
We live in, the humidity, I have water on me all day.
You know
so
what
why
else
am I
flies
afraid?
around in the air?
What?
Jesus. He'll protect my house.
Hallelujah.
I bless this house with holy water. We're all good.
His approach for this, it's so incredibly critical because these people move in, they don't move out, or they don't evacuate.
We ain't afraid of water here. In fact, those
die.
Mexicans, they have water on their backs. It's all right.
And then we
I hired 3 just the other day.
And then we have death tolls like we have in Haiti, but in a first world state, because people don't want to. Yeah, Florida's a state.
Oh, they meant Haiti.
Yeah. No.
I like how we're talking about like flying Jesus and Mexicans, and he's like, so the death toll in Haiti statistically, Jesus Christ,
mass graves everywhere.
Yeah, but we believe in flying Jesus. We're trying to keep it not so serious. He's all like, well, first off, I want to go ahead and thank our troops.
He's auditioning for the news anchor job.
Yeah, he's gonna quit soon. I want it. Dibs.
Hey, they can replace a gay guy with a gay guy.
Refill it with the gay guy.
He has to come out though. It's national. He's only got till midnight tonight to do it.
Yeah.
If I can get a job as an anchor,
was it like the gay Snow White or something, or the gay Cinderella? You must announce that you're gay before the strike of midnight. Otherwise, your balls will disintegrate into pumpkins. I don't know. Pumpkin seeds. There we go. Oh, you imagine the gay Cinderella, Andrew? That's a bit. Hey,
awesome.
Dustin.
Oh, God.
Dustin,
yes.
Cinderella.
All right, I know you're listening right now. So you need to do a gay Cinderella bit with Andrew as the lead in it.
Yeah.
Has to be done.
I'll do that.
We're not talking to you.
God damn
That's why it won't be funny, because you'll do it.
Guacamole.
See, no, I like him just because he's the news guy, because it's like as if I was there talking to him after his shift.
Yeah, it's casual.
Because he's just casual, like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And people who pay attention to this 24 hours a day, the whole thing is stupid. And I like that he feels like a real human.
Well, he's on in the afternoon. The news ratings for all news, not just Fox, is plummeting. Because more and more people don't want to listen to the dinosaur news
because it's
network.
Garbage and it's not researched.
Yeah.
People watch John Oliver, which is once a week, far more than they do the 24-hour news cycle, which gives you nothing. It's never researched. It's just pomp and circumstance.
But also, is that smart that we get our news from only a satire source? That's not smart.
No, it's not.
Either.
But what I'm saying is that unlike the 24-hour news cycle, some of those stories are actually researched.
Yeah, most of the stuff that you see on the satire stuff is thoroughly. They do legitimate journalism.
I don't like the perspective.
Please
sometimes.
don't call John Oliver a.
Okay, fine. His writers.
I don't like the point of view. Sometimes.
Thank you. His writing staff.
Yeah,
his writing staff.
Very valid.
Because we've all heard his podcast and it sucks a big dick.
Yes, it does.
Did you find it and listen to it?
I did. Yeah.
It's horrible, isn't it?
It's fucking awful.
And
it's right up there with Joe Rogan for me.
It was horrible, man. Like, I was all about John Oliver because I loved his bit he did with the whole what was it? The internet thing about, I want to say, a year and a half ago.
Yep.
I forget what it's called. That's what got me to listen to him. The whole internet privacy thing, I forgot. I forgot what it was now. But GoDaddy and a bunch of other people were involved in it, and he went on this tirade, and I thought it was genius. I'm like, man, this guy's awesome. This guy's fucking gold.
Yeah.
So I started watching his HBO show, and then I realized that's no different than a David Letterman type show, which again, 12 writers writing for you. So I'm like, all right, well, he has some writers, but I'm sure he's a little funny in real life. I'm sure he has his own wit and cleverness about himself. Well, so I looked up his podcast, and nothing, just terrible. Not funny, not interesting, doesn't have the same like energy about him like in the HBO show, just bad. So then it made me not like him. I'm like, well, dude, you obviously can't even like talk. You can't talk. You don't have an opinion. Obviously, all your writers are writing for you. And you have a liberal writing staff that writes liberal, biased views.
Yeah, they do. And that's the one thing. I don't like how you always know what side of the argument they're going to be on. But I do like how they're well-researched compared to most 24-hour news. Like, I remember the Malaysian airline thing, reading questions to scientific experts about black holes in the solar system, in the atmosphere. Because it was a Twitter question.
Well, black holes in the atmosphere, is that what you said?
Earth.
Oh, yeah. That's
like,
totally
come
accurate.
on.
There's no black holes in our atmosphere?
I hate you so much right now.
We need to move in the news, Andrew, so if you're ready, start getting all that queued up. I want to talk briefly about Mike Coulter and his white wife.
Luke Cage, right?
Luke Cage. I think it's an interesting topic to cover, only because of the fact that we kind of made fun of, I guess, certain black individuals that were making fun of the white individuals for saying that Luke Cage is racist because it's all about black people. And there are white people allegedly griping about that. Turns out it was more of a joke. However, I'm sure there's a little bit of truth to their feelings. But now, because I'm obsessed with Luke Cage, I'm reading everything about Luke Cage, and he's apparently married to a white woman.
Right. I remember you telling us about the interview he was on and how awkward it got.
I felt bad. I feel bad for him. Yeah, he's famous now and he's making a good paycheck, but I kind of feel bad for him because this guy can't get it right to anybody. Meaning, first his show, when he should be kicking back, relaxing, drinking mimosas or some champagne and celebrating. Instead, he has to worry about the tirades of idiots on social media. You have one group of people saying Luke Cage is racist because there's no white people.
Right.
And then you have another group of individuals who were obsessed over his black penis until they found out he had a white wife on the Wendy Williams show.
That's a problem.
It got so bad because he was on the Wendy Williams show. They put everybody was oohing and eyeing him. You can tell they were eye fucking him. Okay, all the women out there, which is predominantly black. And then they put an image of his wife up there, and it was noticeably horrified. The audience was noticeably horrified.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God,
that's racist.
Why are we so racist as a society? It doesn't matter if you're white or black. Everybody's so consumed.
Yeah.
And it's like, even women in their 40s on the Wendy Williams show is showing the true face of racism.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, this black man is married to a white woman?
You didn't see a happily married couple. You didn't see, the progressing racial standards. No. You saw skin tone, and that was it.
Yeah.
And you should be ashamed of yourself.
And it just sucks that this guy should be celebrating, and instead
he's fighting.
Instead, he's addressing these situations, and he's doing it like a gentleman. Because me, I wouldn't be so nice. If someone was attacking my wife's color, forget about it. You'd be done. I wouldn't care about no social PR. But apparently they asked him on a couple radio shows, as well as a few more talk shows, and he says this is his response about the annoyances of certain individuals within the black community that were mad that he had a white wife. He says, I love my African-American sisters. People always go, man, that's his type. If somebody caught a sister walking around a 6'7" brother, is that her type? He's all, next week we see her walking with a short guy or Spanish guy. Do we have a type? He's all, I'm a human being, the 40-year-old actor said. And that's the most realist statement that anybody can say today. Because what do I constantly say? We're not Mexican. We're not black. I do a lot of jokes on the show, but when it comes down to it, the way I see things, forget race. We're human beings.
Yeah.
That's what we all have in common. And when he said that, do we have a type? I'm a human being. That's all that should matter. Does it matter about black or white? Especially when you turn the lights off, it don't matter. Don't matter what color. These
Jesus.
angry people. Oh, he likes white. He likes pink pussy.
Who cares?
He likes pink pussy. I'm racist. Anyways, hey, do white girls have pink pussies? I don't know.
You do.
I'm just joking. All right, we need to move into news before I dig myself deeper into this.
If you remember,
hand, grab my hand.
That always works. Let's jump into news here as soon as I cue it up.
I love you, mother.
oh God,
What happened?
his giggle laugh is terrifying.
I love you, mother.
And now it's time for news with Andrew.
It might not quite be time for news with Andrew. For those of you who don't know, Andrew just spent the last 3 minutes waving at Mike, and Mike was not paying attention because he was looking at the screen. So now I'm talking to you guys one-on-one.
He actually got up
Yeah.
in the middle of a news segment, walked over to the studio.
Yep. I just told everyone.
Why would he do that?
Because I didn't want.
All you had to do is
one of the-
talk to me on the air. That's why you have a microphone.
I didn't want to interrupt the jingle.
You have a microphone, Andrew.
Interrupt the jingle. It's a good jingle.
He didn't want to mess up the show tune.
He has a microphone in front of him, and he gets up to walk over to me. Let me finish my angriness.
God damn it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
To tell me,
Mm-hmm.
this is the worst part about it,
What did he tell you?
that the link I put in for the news doesn't work.
Because I'm going to skip it, and you're going to be like, Andrew, go in fucking order.
Oh, my God.
I quit the Rain Man show, I think, after tonight. Go ahead. What does the news say, Andrew? Do you want to get up and tell me, and we can play news password? You can whisper in my ear, and then I will repeat it. Is that what you want to do?
If you would check hip chat.
Oh, for
Just
sassy.
what
I'm all
do we-
sassy now.
What do we have in the news, Andrew?
To start things off, let's get with flies and landing on Hillary Clinton at a debate that started an internet buzz.
Wow.
Only 2 candidates were supposed to be in center stage for the second U.S. presidential debate at Washington University in St. Louis this Sunday night. But a solitary intruder, a fly, buzzed in, even landing noticeably on Hillary Clinton.
What did it do?
Landed noticeably.
Oh, you said what? It did what?
The fly landed on her face.
Oh, I think you said buzzed in or like that.
Yeah, buzzed in, even a number of Twitter parody accounts with names like Hillary Clinton Fly and Debate Fly
That's terrible.
immediately cropped up for the buzzing visitor, and the jokes, flew.
That is horrible.
Someone got paid to write this.
Yeah,
they did.
that's the sad thing about it. Probably way too much money, too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
For CNET.
What else does it say?
Would you like me to read some of the tweets?
Yes, please.
God damn it.
One tweet says, I would rather vote for the fly that landed on Hillary's face than either candidate. Keeping a little bit real with that one.
Mm-hmm.
What did you just say?
Keeping a little bit real with that one?
Keeping it a little bit real.
Yeah. Debate Fly says, Hillary just stated that she supports a no-fly zone. Say it ain't so, Hills.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, can we go? You know what? And I think it's not as bad when I read through it. It's just his delivery.
It's also I can feel my brain cells dying.
It's the delivery of it. Next topic, please. Which one did you have to skip because it wasn't clickable?
The Facebook one.
What was it?
Melania Trump.
Worked for me.
What do you mean it didn't work?
It's the link is to a Facebook search and not an article.
Oh, that's fine. Then bring up the search. Okay, deductive reasoning skills would say, okay,
it doesn't bring back a unified result.
The search engine says, it brings me back to a feed,
right?
And the feed's all about Melania Trump trolling Clinton. That's what it takes you to that feed, doesn't it?
I don't have that. I have her bow.
Okay, what was the next news topic?
Yahoo is excuse me,
is suing.
Yahoo sued.
Andrew, are you doing a Sam Shepard on me? Do you just not give a shit? Because you're getting worse with the news. Go ahead.
My God.
Yahoo sued over alleged discrimination against male employees. Yahoo has been slapped by a lawsuit from a former employee who alleges he was fired as part of a plan orchestrated by CEO Marissa Mayer to drive men out of the company.
I'd be okay with that. As long as there's like me left with all women.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'd be okay with that.
Scott Ard, who was terminated in 2015 after 3.5 years at Yahoo, filed a suit in San Jose, California federal court.
Can you find out if Marissa Mayer is hot? Bring it up.
I don't.
Is this her photo here?
Yeah. In the article.
What are you talking about? And she's the CEO of Yahoo? Oh, please fire all men, please. And leave me there, but threaten me every day when I come in. Just say, Michael, you're on your last leg here.
You have some weird
If you
goddamn
don't perform,
fantasies.
Michael, today, if you don't get your numbers up, you're out the door. I'm like, I'm sorry, Marissa. I'm sorry.
What does your sex life look like?
She's insanely steamy. Please fire me. All right, go ahead. What else does it say?
Scott Ard alleges that an employee performance rating system was implemented by Mayer, was manipulated to remove any male staffers and replace them with women. A Yahoo representative issued a statement blasting the suit, quoted saying, "This lawsuit has no merit. With the unwavering support of our CEO, we are focused on hiring employees with broad and varied backgrounds."
Yeah, black women, Hispanic women, Chinese women.
Mm-hmm.
As we have stated in the past, the quarterly performance review process is not only fair, but has improved our overall performance.
Getting rid of men who sit and,
which was the goal, right?
Yeah. They talk too much.
Why don't they tell people what the percentage?
They fart up the rooms. I'm okay with this. Get rid of all dirty dick men at Yahoo. I'm okay.
Does anybody really go to Yahoo for anything?
No.
Nope.
That's my thing. Everybody I know uses Google or Safari because they're a Mac user.
Yeah.
Or Firefox.
Wasn't Yahoo bought by Verizon recently?
Who cares? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to Yahoo except for the freaking email service.
That's it. What else does it say?
In addition to pointing the finger at Mayer, Ard also calls out former Yahoo CMO Kathy Savitt and Yahoo News editor-in-chief Megan Liberman.
Oh, it's all women over there.
For being complicit.
Maybe he's got something.
In the effort to skew the gender composition of Yahoo staff. Ard was the editorial director at Yahoo with oversight of the company's homepage.
Listen, I'm not about... This is a little bit on that side what we've been talking about, how in about 20, 30 years, the roles are going to be reversed and men are now going to be the bane of existence. However, you know what, dude? Don't cry. I mean, come on. Listen, how many years, though, has there been 5, 6, 7 men in control and there's just been one woman?
Yeah. But it would be interesting to see if they're doing it systematically and what the percentage of male to females who work there. It's one thing to hire people who are better.
Okay, hold on. If he can prove,
that's what I'm saying. He needs some
proof.
If he
can prove, and not just a hunch, because he hates the bitch, but if he can prove that's her plan,
right?
And she was caught saying, we're going to get rid of all dirty dick men at Yahoo, and we're going to fill it up with snatch power. Then there may be some issue there. But there would be an issue. But if he can't prove it and he's just pointing fingers, dude, if the woman happens to have 7 women and she's rolling 7 women deep on her team and there's 1 or 2 guys, who gives a shit?
Well, is it not much different than it was back in the day?
That's what I'm saying. Who cares?
But here's the thing. This is why I hate this kind of quote journalism. This story literally says, guy says he was fired for being a man. Yahoo says he wasn't.
Next news topic,
Next
please.
news story. There's no evidence on either side. There's no history about the incident. There's nothing.
He said, she said.
It's literally he said, she said, 4 paragraphs. That's it.
Yeah.
Not even 4 paragraphs. You forced one. One's a sentence.
I would say that this probably has a really easily decidable. All you would have to do would be look at the recent firings and the recent hirings. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no research
done to this. But again, why though? Why would that prove anything? If she's firing men, maybe those men
it would give more credence.
Listen,
to
I'm
his
all
argument.
about men. Okay, I'm not trying to hate on my own here. Okay, but I'm trying to say that there is no proof. Something like this wouldn't hold up in court.
Exactly,
because there is no proof. Because she hired more women means that, and she fired men means the men and her obviously didn't sync up. It may not have nothing to do with gender. It has to do with the fact maybe she doesn't get along with dudes and she wants to put some women in there because she gets along with them. Maybe she's more productive. Maybe she can run Yahoo better because she happens to feel some pussy in there. I'm just saying there's no proof that these types of lawsuits are stupid. If this guy can prove that he was fired,
systematically let go because he was a male,
then he has a case. But if he can't prove that, he's just being an asshole.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What else do we have in the news?
Melania Trump trolls Clintons with a pussy bow blouse at debates.
Yeah, Melania.
Melania Trump, wife of Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump, wore a Gucci blouse called a pussy bow to the second presidential debate.
Is that really the name of the blouse?
How is that trolling, though?
I think it's because it came right after the whole incident with Trump and his speech about his release doc.
I think this is somebody paying way too much
audio.
attention to what people are wearing and not anything about
I don't know. She seems like a down chick. Like she would do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear this pussy bow for Bill Clinton. That's just too much thought. That's too
Maybe
much
she
effort.
just wants Bill Clinton.
Yeah. He's probably had her already. How awesome would that be?
That would be pretty
That would be the
good.
best thing ever.
Just vote him back in.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone just switches it to Bill Clinton instead.
Be the best thing. If Melania leaves Trump and Hillary becomes the president and like her and Hillary and Clinton are all a thing, I'd be okay with that.
Three-way.
Who gives a shit? Let's do it.
It's a circus anyway, right?
Yeah. What else does it say?
The potential first lady's wardrobe choice came as her husband faced blistering criticism over.
Can we call her the potential hot first lady? Can we do that?
Sure.
Hot first lady.
Is that sexist?
I think a little bit, yeah.
That's all right.
But did she get a hot pass?
Oh, she gets a hot pass all day.
So then does the Rain Man show care?
No. Continue, Andy.
She faced criticism over a recorded conversation in 2005 in which her husband joked about groping women. One of the words he used included a crude reference to the female anatomy.
Oh,
that I decided to use in the title, but not in this article, because I, too, am this crude word. You already have it in the title, you fucking pussy. Just say it.
Yeah.
In addition to apologizing several times since the video emerged, Trump also pointed out that former President Bill Clinton's behavior toward women and the way in which Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton has treated his accusers. 4 of those accusers appeared with Trump at the press conference prior to the debate, were seated in the front row at the debate at Washington.
Wait. The people that were accused Clinton of sexual misconduct was with Trump?
I believe so.
How did I miss that bit of news? I don't know if I should be appalled or admired.
Impressed?
Impressed.
The 4 sat in the front row at the debate at Washington University in St. Louis. The Gucci pussy
That's just
bow.
bad PR. If he did that, if Trump did do that, I'm like, hey, all right, for this next plan of attacks that we're going to do on these people, what we're going to do. Now, listen here. I want you to go and I know it's a sensitive topic, so we're going to deal with them very carefully. There'll be no groping of the pussy. I want you to go and track down those women who have publicly and privately pointed fingers at Bill Clinton for sexual misconduct and potential rape. Bring them out, and I want to publicly put them on stage. How's that idea? You think that's pretty good? I think I might win with that one.
Sir, we might need to workshop that.
Let's put potential rape victims, let's put alleged rape victims out on the stage. That's a great way to win a debate.
You sure you want to take that route?
It was
sir?
Melania's idea. It was Melania's idea. It was. It was.
What?
Go ahead. Look it up. It was a tremendous idea by Melania. She's a great, powerful woman. She likes when I grope her.
Oh.
She does. And the asshole, too. Not just a pussy.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. What else do we have in this news topic?
The Gucci pussy bow blouse retails at online for $1,100.
Jesus fuck.
The site's editors note pussy bow shirts are one of Gucci's signature silhouettes.
I think when people run for office and they're in office, they should be poppers. They shouldn't be dressing in Gucci. They should be representing the American people, which for the most part, we're poor.
Yeah.
So here, give me this Gucci and wear this Structure shirt, okay? Or from Express. Wear that.
This
there
is
you go.
from Hot Topic. Wear that.
Yeah, forget Express and Hot Topic. Ross dress for less. Here's your new attire.
Yeah.
You want to be the man of the people? Look like one.
There you go.
All right. What else do we have in the news? Let's get out of this pussy bow topic.
Robert De Niro goes off on Donald Trump.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why is everything about Trump? Everything's about Trump!
Donald Trump definitely...
And I made these notes, and they're killing me right now.
Donald Trump definitely won't be getting Robert De Niro's vote.
I don't think he cares.
Election.
Hold on, here we go. I got the audio. It's actually, I kind of like it. Because it's Robert De Niro.
Stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about,
Go
doesn't
get
do
your
his
shine
homework,
box.
doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face.
Are we sure this isn't like an audition tape? Like,
I know, right?
For the next Goodfellas?
Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction.
think it
Someone
already
like
has.
Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
He says one thing that I actually agree with. I would like to punch Donald Trump, but not because of the reasons that he does, but also he hits it right on the head. I don't care about him wanting to punch Trump in the face because of whatever he may think, but he does say one thing I agree with, and that is again, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember words that I heard 5 seconds ago, but he says that he's basically appalled.
It makes me so angry.
It makes him so angry.
Yeah.
That our country's in the state that it's in, that we would even elect an individual like this and put him in office. That's the point of and that's what people are glazing over. It's not about Trump. It's about the fundamental issue. There's fundamental problems. The very foundation of our country that has paved the way for this individual to even run for office. And we said this last week, I believe.
Yeah.
10 years ago, he would never have even had a chance.
Yeah.
But because of the split feelings and emotions and how everyone's just separated on every single topic, he has wedged himself into this area where he now has become electable to a very large group of individuals who are just burnt out on certain things.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. What else do we have in the news?
Moving on to Miley Cyrus slamming Supergirl's title, claiming it's a woman on that fucking billboard.
Okay.
Girls are women too. What do you fucking...
No.
No? Who's taking life advice from Miley Cyrus?
I don't know. I mean,
who's taking any advice? What does she say?
She's got some skill though. I mean, she can twerk. All right. What does she say?
Miley Cyrus is finding fault with Supergirl In a recent interview, The Voice judge criticized the CW series title, saying she believes it's weird for the show to have a gender attached to it.
Fuck off, Miley Cyrus.
She thinks it's weird to have a gender attached to it, but then her go-to is that's a fucking woman on the billboard.
Right.
Is a woman not a gender definition? Yeah. It's not. A woman's not a gender.
So why aren't you complaining about Batman and Superman and Spider-Man?
That's the direction that we're going.
Wonder
Sadly.
Woman.
Instead of worrying about real issues,
you're worrying about the comic book character.
You're worrying about a little boy, because I read this topic, a little boy who may look up there and wants to be Supergirl, then he can be Supergirl. You're the one telling him he can't be. If he wants to be Supergirl, let him be Supergirl. There's no issue. Just because there's certain people who don't connect with the term girl or boy or woman or man or female or dude or bitch or asshole, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So why do we need to now get rid of names?
What if there's a little girl who looks up to Supergirl and wants to be like Supergirl? Why is that a problem?
I don't. Why are we even debating Miley? And why did I put this in there? Go to the next news topic.
They just all need to die.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
I liked it better when Miley was sucking black dick. Can we just go back to that Miley? I like that Miley better, I think. What else do we have in the news?
Moving on, cosmic rays could severely damage an astronaut's brain during the long trip to Mars.
Fantastic Four. That's how it happens.
Fantastic.
I've read this comic book. I've seen these shitty movies. I know what happens next.
Humans traveling to Mars seem to be increasingly both inevitable and perhaps even imminent. But a new study published in Scientific Reports on Monday...
Wait, what was it? Inevitable and what?
Imminent.
Aren't those almost...
Inevitable will eventually happen.
And
imminent is about to happen. It's coming up sooner.
But a new study published in Scientific...
I think a lot of people who write these are too desperate to throw in
they use a
bigger
thesaurus.
words. Because yes, those words do go together. They don't need to. Inevitable.
No, they don't need to.
It doesn't need to be followed by imminent. They're almost the exact
imminent,
same. Right.
Because it's happening both soon and eventually.
I think they get paid by the word, so they try to throw in as many words in there as possible that don't need to be in there.
A lot of them sit there with the thesaurus.
Yeah.
Because they're hacks. Like I know I use big words in mine, but I like to think that they fit, and I don't use too many of the same bullshit.
That's different, though. You don't use repetitive words that don't need to be there just because you want to make yourself sound smarter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can use big words, and I am all about colorful writing, but not when you don't need to put inevitable and imminent close together.
You went for the alliteration. Increasingly both inevitable and imminent. I know your fourth grade, fucking grammar book here.
I figured we'd just switch it up from bitching about Trump and go into that. All right, now what else does it say?
A new study says the trip alone could severely damage the brains of astronauts, making the long journey to the fourth planet. While traveling between planets, would-be Mars travelers won't have protection from cosmic rays.
Condoms? Don't have condoms?
University of California Irvine researchers...
Not what they're talking about?
No.
...bombarded rodents with particles and found some disturbing mental results. Researchers found the irradiation reduced fear extinction, or the ability to reduce fear of something over time by exposing yourself to it. That could make you extremely anxious on the way to Mars. The radiation also affected parts of the brain tied to fear and memory.
Interesting.
Cosmic rays are high-energy particles traveling through space at nearly the speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
Earth's magnetic field deflects most of those cosmic rays, but traveling outside of that magnetic field exposes astronauts to...
So boring. Now I know why Star Trek gets rid of all this nonsense and goes right to the action.
Exactly.
And Deanna Troy's boobs. What else do we have in the news?
Bringing the Old Republic era of Star Wars to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
It is no surprise to anyone that the Star Wars franchise has experienced a massive resurgence lately, with The Force Awakens released last year and this year with the upcoming Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's about time that the stories from over 3,000 years before the Battle of Yavin to be told both new and old fans of the franchise. The Knights of the Republic series of games, as well as the MMORPG Star Wars The Old Republic, serve as the main vehicles to tell stories of characters such as Darth Revan, Darth Malak, Bastila Shan, Darth Traya.
Of others.
All right, and what's the point of this?
Well, Netflix, let's see, pardon here. The popularity of this era in Star Wars history is felt throughout the fan base, and it would do a massive disservice to the fans if these stories weren't told.
This is being made? Is this being made?
No.
Oh.
It's an editorial piece saying it'd be really cool if Netflix picked up the Old Republic genre of Star Wars for a series.
And that's all it is?
This is the about for a change.org online petition.
Wait,
the guy uses first person.
It's a change.org thing?
Yeah, the guy uses first person. The popularity of this era in Star Wars history is felt throughout the fan base, and I feel it would do a massive disservice to us if these stories weren't told. Is this guy saying, I want this on Netflix?
Okay,
yes, he is.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm still stuck on this. It's a change.org article. Okay, can you please tell me how many backers they have? Now, wait, first off, is change.org, Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you put things that are important to kind of petition and get maybe the ball rolling, right?
It's a website for petitions to get the ball rolling on, theoretically, on things that matter.
Because technically, if it gets a certain amount, legally, the President of the United States or Congress has to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm all about Star Wars, and I love Star Wars, but come on, change.org, dude, you're a loser.
This is that cancerous core to our country that De Niro was talking about, because this guy's taking the time to petition about a Netflix goddamn Star Wars experience
on change.org
in the middle of the years in which Star Wars has something planned every goddamn motherfucking year.
Look at he turned trolling to a whole other level. He took it to a whole other level.
Yeah,
he put it on change.org.
Fuck you.
Forget. Trolling them on Lucasfilm on Twitter and Facebook. I'm going to go straight to change.org. How many backers does this have?
25,835.
25,000 of you people need to go get laid and maybe pay attention to something real. Because I love Star Wars.
I do too.
And I would never put anything like this on change.org. Can you go through, can you scroll down? I don't know how change.org works. Is there other lists of things that people have there?
Like in general?
Yeah, like other things on the change.org website.
They want John Strumpf to resign as CEO from Wells Fargo.
Okay, legitimate.
Yeah.
For Criminal Minds, you could bring back Thomas Gibson.
Okay,
Here's
let's
one.
stick to the real ones.
Put a veggie burger on a menu in In-N-Out.
That's, oh my God, you people. How many does that have people sign?
That one has 40,000.
I want to shoot all of them. Can I shoot all of them?
You got some real ones too, like Stop the Dakota Access Pipeline.
No, I want to stay on that veggie one.
Oh, yeah. You want to shoot all 40?
Do they have their emails in there and their Twitter accounts?
I don't think so.
Because I literally...
They should have their first and last
I want to actually find those people, track them down on Twitter, and troll them for being idiots. Who has time to sign a petition so that In-N-Out can put a vegan hamburger on their menu? These are things. This is why the terrorists hate us. Because we're worried about. Look, you know what? If change.org existed in the Middle East, they'd be saying, "I need to live and have food. Can you please sign this petition, please?"
Less
Over
stonings.
here, we're worrying about Star Wars and vegan hamburgers. Please sign here to end Sharia law. I'm tired of my mother being beheaded. Like, that's the change.org that they would be signing.
Less stonings in the public square. Cleaning up the blood is becoming a hassle. Just saying.
Yeah. No more honor killings. No more genitalia mutilation of what's it called when you clip the penis? Circumcision of women. No. Star Wars. And vegan. I'm glad we have our priorities straight in this country. All of you should be shot.
Good Lord.
Andrew, usually that's your cue when everyone stops talking.
Yeah.
That's for you. Can we please put Andrew's death on change.org? I would pay. I would pay Bobby, please put Andrew's death on change.org.
At least exile to like a remote island.
Yeah, let's exile Andrew to Mars. Let's do a change.org to get him to be completely, what's it called? Transported to Mars. That's what we need.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
God damn it. I hate this world.
Okay, everybody, thank you for listening. We have another show coming out. It's a bonus show that I forgot to release a couple days ago. So this one, I think it'll come out before this one on demand. So look for that. Just head over to iTunes or our Rayman Digital app and check it out. Later.
Thank you for listening to The Rain Man Show with your host, Michael Flores, with hosts Tony Sabal and Thomas Cowley, Andrew Spindler with the news, audio guru Dustin Lucas, produced by Michael Flores and Dustin Lucas. The Rain Man Show is a Cazador Productions and Rain Man Digital broadcast production. For all things Rain Man, go to rainmanshow.com.